This trend is a consequence of initiatives such as Meat-Free Mondays, Monday Without Meat, and Veganuary, Vegan January. In addition to the screens from time to time out a documentary about the benefits of the rejection of meat consumption. Today the volume of mesoproceeds almost 5 times more than in the early 1960s. In that time produced about 70 million tons of meat, more than 330 million tons. However, although this factor matters, it still does not explain the 5-fold increase in the production of meat. There are other reasons. One of them is earnings growth. In 2013, the ranking of countries with the highest meat consumption was led by the USA and Australia. In these countries, as well as in Argentina and New Zealand, one person has more than 100 kilograms of meat per year. This is the approximate equivalent of 50 the trigger. At the end of the same ranking we are seeing many of the poorest countries of the world, here eat very little meat. The average Ethiopian consumes a total of 7 kilograms per year, Nigeria is 9 pounds. For these countries, meat is still a product of category sweet. It should be understood that these figures are derived from the total quantity of meat available in the country, and therefore based on one person are a bit exaggerated. In reality, the residents of these countries consume slightly less meat. However, the overall picture this rating still gives. For example, in Kenya, meat consumption from 1960 Is have not changed. At the same time in China the figure rose from 5 kilograms per year to 60. Similar situation in Brazil. The only exception to this rule is India, where the consumption of meat products has not changed. Today one person in this country is 4 of meat per year. Meat can be useful. In the case of limited use it can have a positive impact on people's health. However, in many countries the habit of meat consumption go far beyond the basic advantages that it can give. Meat can be dangerous. Researchers find a link between eating red meat and the development of cardiovascular diseases and some cancers. This replacement will improve the situation with protection of the environment. In comparison with the breeding hens, breeding cows for beef production arrives in 3-10 times more negative impact on land use, water availability, and greenhouse gas emissions. Pork is somewhere in between. Hannah Ricci, Scientific Spivrobistvo Division of the Oxford Martin at Oxford University and now works as a researcher at ourworldandtata.org. This is a joint project between the Oxford Martin non-profit organization and Global Change Data Lab, which aims to present research on changes in the world, using interactive visualizations.